And you know what else we do again and again? Hopefully we'll continue to do it again and again. That is the WRC Safari Rally, and it is taking place in Naivasha. And I say that confidently because things have changed. Everything, including the spectator stage, everything has been taken to that region, so it'll be a whole lot of fun. Well, when it comes to customer experience excellence, it is the man from KCB. First of all, Micheu Njiru sent a picture, and when I saw the poster, I was like, oh, I didn't even look twice. I was like, well, this is going to be a very official conversation. And then he walks into the studio, and I'm like, oh, my good Lord. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. So it's good to see you, and welcome to Captain in the Morning. As always, great to have you on air.
Thank you for having me, Chiko.
Yeah, hebu karibia mic. Unajua pia kuna kitu ingine about Njiru watu wajui ni sauti yake on radio. He has this rasp that goes with the heavy baritone voice, and then and then he just sounds really cool. So then you get to know him, and he is cooler. See what I did?
You've invested in good mics.
See what I say? See, kind of makes you feel like he's about to roar, which is very fitting, by the way.
Gotta feel the roar.
This is gonna be there we go. So this is gonna be a whole lot of fun, and we are focusing on the one and only thing that will be the talk of the country,
the region.
Nation,
I mean, people
region.
travel to
East
come watch
Africa,
the rally.
Africa even, when it comes, the world. I can tell you, a lot of drivers looking forward to this one rally that is very challenging. Actually, some like Auger say, I'm not even going to run there. I'm not going to compete there. Save themselves up for this one moment because the terrain is totally different. The feel is totally different. But don't take my word for it. Experience it yourself. It is all about the WRC 2026 Safari Rally.
Absolutely. And if you're making plans to make your way there, we have the man who'll be here to tell you a little bit more about why you need to be down in Naivasha. I have already put it out and told Njiru here that I need a chopper. Okay?
Hey.
Ya kunifikisha Naivasha. Me, I've maintained Nikona standard. Okay?
Sawa.
But I want us to really focus on the rally experience that is coming up, but also Revision KCB that we've been speaking about, which is an ongoing national campaign where customers are really being called to save, of course, encouraging a saving culture, but also attaching prizes to it. So where do you want us to start first? Njiru, the microphone is yours. Ukisema tuende Singapore, tunaenda Singapore.
Tunaenda Naivasha. Tunaenda Vasha kwanza. And thank you for having me, and such a pleasure always interacting with you, especially Matters Rally, Matters KCB. So your first request, mambo ya chopper. Wachana na chopper. We've got rally cars, good drivers, and we fly low. So we can get you there in no time. So that should not be your worry at all.
I am convinced.
I think this is where they say clock it.
Clock it. Karibu, but we're happy that KCB has partnered again with the rally to make sure that it happens in Vasha like we do every year. Kenya, the most exciting of the rally routes globally, let me put it that way. Yeah. And also the most watched event in the entire World Rally Championship.
Oh, wow.
That just gives you the magnitude, or just to shape up how this rally is viewed, not just in Kenya, but globally, and how it also positions the country beyond anything else. So this is big. The whole world is watching. And KCB is happy to partner and make sure that it happens. And I can tell you for free that it's happening. Already the crews are out in Naivasha as we speak from today, doing the recce, that is checking the routes before the main event, preparing their rally notes. As you see, the weather has changed. It has rained. They were used to the Kenyan dust called fesh, which was very unique to Kenya. It's a type of dust that looks like cement that you can actually get stuck in.
Oh.
So we don't know if there will be any fesh this time, and then there'll be some mud.
Yeah.
So we Chiko start creating a name for that Kenyan mud that's as sticky as chewing gum. So that's what we expect down there. So the crews are out doing reconnaissance today, all through to Wednesday before the official start of the rally. As KCB, of course, we want to give an experience to our fans. We want to give an experience to our customers. We want to give an experience to the communities in which we serve. And that's why we have pumped in the amount of money that we have put in, about 227 million shillings in this particular event. Part of it goes into sponsoring local drivers who will be taking part in the rally. And we are happy to sponsor Nikhil Patel. And then we also have Karan, who's also rallying for us, and he's the Africa Rally champion. We are also sponsoring a mother-daughter crew of Tinashe Gatimo and Caroline Gatimo.
Wow.
They are part of the KCB stable of drivers. And this time round, we've decided to also go regional. Remember, we have a very huge following in Uganda. Ugandan fans come in their thousands to watch this event, and they've already started thronging Naivasha. So if you're late, you find that Uganda has probably monopolized Naivasha. So, and in Uganda, we have Oscar Ntambi, who's also driving under the KCB stable. And then we've gone all the way to Rwanda and picked some lady there, a wonderful lady driver, top lady driver in Rwanda, Queen Kalimpinya, will also be driving under the KCB flag. That's again to just show our regional presence that KCB goes cross-border, not just Kenya. So it's going to be very exciting just from that front alone.
Absolutely. Another front that will be quite exciting and I think important for the environment is the fact that apart from obviously the great drivers that you guys have, you are using them to drive change for greener tomorrow. That's a good vibe because we've just come out of a whole month where we were talking about climate and sustainability. And I think this has been a topic, especially when it comes to the Safari Rally, considering what's happening around us.
True. I mean, and KCB is very strong on the green agenda. And just looking back, Chiko, if you look at last year, for instance, we planted over 3,200 trees during this particular period of the rally as part of greening our communities. And thereafter, after the rally, we collected over 26 tons of litter all around, I would say, Naivasha. And not just restricted to rallying, but just all around the town. We did an entire cleanup exercise, to just clean the city, green the city. And that's part of our agenda in terms of giving back to the community. And then also we were involved in a very, very lively, creative, I would say, series with the schools there, where the schools had a fantastic, creative, I would say, show where they were making, their rally cars with environmental friendly material. So again, it's just going to the schools, going to the grassroots and sensitizing them about creating a green environment and just securing the future in light of the climate change that we are facing today.
Absolutely. Not to mention, by the way, the society there, the community get a lot of opportunities, business opportunities, which is a big win for me when it comes to KCB and what they do for that community. I must give you that.
It is. Thank you. Thank you, Chiko. And you see, part of it is that those are our customers. Those are the people, when I say KCB connects to communities in which we live in, that is what we are speaking about. It's about empowering them. It's about enabling them. Right from the mamambogas there, you can imagine the ecosystem that's going to be running across Naivasha. People have to eat. People have to drink. Where is the food coming from? It comes from the local farmer. So we have to empower the local farmer. It goes to the people doing the transportation of those goods and products into the areas, into the markets. There they go. And then now the hotels have to buy the foods. Then there's the accommodation aspect that happens there. People have to spend, you have to sleep there, you have to eat there. And then a lot of the tourists who are coming in, or a lot of the foreign crews, don't just come for the event itself. Then there's the issue of the local tourism. They spend some time to see, Kenya and to tour Kenya. And you can see the big works teams when they come in hundreds, in terms of the number of people that are down in Naivasha. So there's a whole ecosystem that happens around there. And for us as KCB is really to facilitate that through the various products that we have. We have our apps, for instance. We have the mobile loans that we give to our customers, that you can get that, activate that, and be able to be part of this ecosystem.
Listen, we know where Uganda's heart is. They always come and they make a lot of noise with their drivers, but we end up talking a bit louder. Here's the thing, though. When you talk about the lineup, the amazing lineup of drivers that you have as KCB, and you bring up the people, what's the word on the ground? Who are they being moved towards most?
It's an
Such
open,
an
it's
unfair
an
question,
open,
isn't
and
it?
it's an unfair question, especially asking someone who has sat on the other side driving. You cannot bring me here and then you ask now, who do you think will win? And I'm taking, and I'm taking part.
Specifically because specifically why I'm asking. Specifically why I'm asking.
No, I plead the fifth.
All right, so let's talk about the route then.
It's open.
It's open.
This
huh?
rally, as I said, this
Mr.
rally,
Moto Jikomedi.
it's open for anybody. And you see, rallying is won by preparation. Rallying, you don't win by just going and sitting in the rally car and saying, I'm going to drive.
Yeah.
Prep work, what you do before is what determines whether really you're going to crack it or not.
A little birdie told me that Carl Tundo was actually on ground, final touch-ups for the routes, which will be challenging. I mean, is it Sebastian Ogier who came out and said, listen, fam, this route, you never know. You need a little bit of luck when it comes to the Kenyan route. And the routes are a bit more challenging with the reverse routes last year and so many complications for the fans. It's just an opportunity to get entertained. Check in. What do the drivers expect?
Well, one, I know most of the foreign crews have hired a weatherman. They actually do have weathermen in every rally to try and predict whether it's going to rain, at what time it's going to rain, and how that rain is going to come. So they have actually somebody in their teams to have that determination. Because when I say preparation is key in rallying, preparation comes down to the issue of even rain.
Yes.
Because it will determine which tires you will fit in your car. And the tires determine how you're going to drive, the pace, the speed at which you're going to approach that rally. So if you go with the wrong set of tires, you're already disadvantaged. If you say it's going to rain and it doesn't rain and you went with gravel tires, you're already disadvantaged. So that's how technical it is when I talk about preparation. And that's what makes the Kenyan event very, very exciting. It's that unpredictability. Even when it's hot and dusty, we have seen rain coming midstream in our rallies. And the drivers had prepared for a dry gravel rally. You go in 10 minutes or 10 kilometers into the rally, and it's just raining. So if you watch the footage, you'll even see the drivers laughing because they're like, okay, what is this now?
Yeah.
Then you go somewhere like Hell's Gate. Down Hell's Gate, there's a peculiar wind that blows there. And I think it only blows in Hell's Gate.
Yeah.
So again, you have to determine which direction is that wind going to come through. Yeah. So those are the prep works that I'm talking about that crews have to have in mind before any event. So it's anyone's guess, Chiko, in terms of what's going to happen in Naivasha from Thursday. Yeah, it might rain, it might be dry. For the fans, more fun.
You know, actually, when it rains or it doesn't, or you can know what time it's going to rain, but then when the rain comes down, the reality of knowing what time it'll rain and how it'll rain and dealing with the situation is totally different. And I'm glad you brought up the tires because just Saturday, on Saturday Music and Sports, we were hanging out with Hamza Anwar, who were with Chana as well. And they were talking about the tires and how you have to kind of like try and find a balance because you don't get the opportunity like for Formula One, which she's a big fan of, to quickly change the tires depending on the weather conditions, right? You kind of have to strike a balance and feel, okay, regardless what happens, I will go and I will go in hard. But then they said something that I feel is vital to bring up. They said that the only difference between the riders or the drivers in this country and the international superstars is money. Funding. And it is so vital for drivers not to have to worry about, you know, for example, if this breaks down, I have to changisha or borrow from someone. Meanwhile, the driver knows that, you know, dapak kesho asubuhi naamka imeshafixiwa, it's on to the next one. How important is it then, keeping that in mind, for corporates like KCB to come through and aid local drivers?
Very good question and very good observation. Because without sponsorship, literally, you can't rally. My first ever event was run from the house budget, the kitchen budget. You know, that's when I had the first car. And I actually navigated Hamza's cousin Shaza Anwar. That was the son of Azza Anwar, the legend.
Yeah.
And we fundraised, from our own households, yeah. And that year, I think I was just asked, are you going to be eating or are you going to be rallying? Because we had cleaned out the kitchen budget to try and service the car. The reason is you can't really be competitive without funding. And that's what KCB did. They recognized that we have these young, upcoming talent, very skilled people, very good drivers, but without money, they won't go anywhere. And when we came in, we supported, say, look at someone like Karan Patel. After we came in, supported the guy, he's an Africa Rally champion. You cannot achieve that if you're thinking that if I break this car, then that's it for me. I don't have any other spare parts. And I've been in that position where you sit down, the rally car is what actually takes us home also because we are on low budget.
Yeah.
So when you're rallying, your mind is like, oh my goodness, I have no more shock absorbers. I cannot afford to break it. Otherwise, I'm not going to get back to Nairobi from Eldama Ravine. Yeah. So I start saving my car. So how competitive am I going to be? Yeah. The foreign crews, I mean, if you look at the works teams, the Fords, the Toyota Gazoo rally team, they literally have a replica of that car by way of spare parts in their vans. So I just commit. My work is to give it my all on the road and make sure the car gets to the service park. Because the difference with rallying today is that only the driver and the co-driver can touch that car if it breaks down inside the rally section.
Yeah.
You cannot get third-party help. So if it breaks down, you fix it yourself. Then you have to make sure that you get the car to the service park. Now, at the service park is where you have your team of engineers who can touch and fix the car. Now, imagine you're getting there. Yes, I've managed to get to the service park, but I don't have the requisite spare parts. Yeah, that's how embarrassing it can be. And that's enough to get you out of a rally. So the money that we give, the money that sponsors give to individual drivers helps them a lot in logistics, in preparing the car, in buying the parts, in catering even for their crews. Remember, you have a team of mechanics. You have guys who come even with a team of nutritionists. There is the works teams come even with their own doctors. And just to make sure that they are on edge in terms of competition. Yeah. The outfits that they wear, safety is number one in motorsport. Yeah, the clothes you wear, that in Kenya shillings is well over almost $500,000 plus for that overall, because your innerwear is fireproof, your socks are fireproof, the overall is fireproof. You have to get gloves and helmet, and they have to be FIA approved. So if you look at all those things, even the overall, even the innerwear, they have expiry dates.
Yeah.
So when you do what is called scrutineering, really the guys called the scrutineer check the validity of the clothes and everything that you're wearing to make sure that, one, you're safe as an individual before even jumping into that car.
I want to take a look at the roads, but before I do, very quickly, you're in a rather peculiar position in which you know how the shoe pinches because you've worn it, and you know how money can destroy you mentally as you are going into a rally, right? But then at the same time, you sit in a corporate that has done so much for rally in this country. A big shout out to KCB Bank, 100%. As the Director, Customer Excellence, KCB Bank Kenya. And I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking you're quite in the perfect position to tell us how that actually changes from a driver's perspective, the mentality and how that could change the fortunes of Kenya in the rally altogether. Like from a very practical, you said, I've been there, from the kitchen budget to thinking I got to get home. I just would love to get into the mind of a driver.
Yeah, I'd say that chapo attire. So from the mind of a driver, it gives you comfort. When you know, for instance, you have someone, let's say the backing of a sponsor like KCB, having my back, it tosses away a lot of issues or back thoughts that I'm no longer chasing around to get a sponsor, but I'm focusing on performance. I'm focused on finishing. I'm focused on making my sponsor proud. You see, with that catered
throw caution to the wind to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, I go to the wire. I go on because now I don't have to think, oh, do I have a part in service? Do I have this or the other? Is my team catered for? You throw away your problems. You toss away a lot of your other problems and focus on performance. And that's why when KCB, took up these drivers, they've been with them. Some of them nurtured through even autocross, where you have the younger driver, young talent. That's where the investment starts. And it's such a joy when you see people you started off with from grassroots rising onto the, I would say, the national, level, Africa level, and even the global map, and positioning the country, positioning the brand. There's a joy that comes with that. And also there's an inspiration that they give others also. Correct. Because a lot of drivers give up before they even start because they are struggling. The sponsors are very few. The funding is very little across. So it's really bold. And I'm proud, not just because I'm working for KCB, but I'm proud because I know what happens on the other side. And I know what each and every investment and shilling that they give to a driver and to the sport means in terms of growing the sport.
And they give a lot of money. We'll come in because there's other options for money. The money market fund, which is something I'd love to touch on. I know Fellaris would love to bring that one, and she has different perspectives for that. So that will be a good conversation. But just a quick one. You've heard him. They start from the grassroots per se, so to speak, in terms of trying to build rally in this country. And then they go all the way up that ladder until the very top, which is the Safari Rally. And this year, the 2026 edition, they're throwing money at the problem and the solution and at making sure this rally is amazing. 227 million invested into the 2026 World Rally Championship Safari Rally right here in Kenya, making it 6 in a row in terms of their sponsorship since the iconic rally made its historic return to Kenyan soil back in 2021. Now, apart from that, we'll be back because we will ask him in just a moment after we finish Night Out possibilities and hopes of it being back after this year. A very unfair question as well. I know.
Capital Traffic and Travel.
Well, you're not driving a rally car. You matatu driver, you. Tunakuona. Your car is not a rally car.
And
if you think you actually have the skill, go and drive a rally car. You have the safety of those people in your hands. The A2 traffic delays of 13 minutes. Haile Selassie Avenue delays of 5 minutes. And North Airport Road delays of 8 minutes. Let us know what the situation on those roads is like. Well, you think about your power bills. Yes, kama hauna stima, well, maybe call Kenya Power on the official lines, yes, and find out exactly what's going on. Download the My Power app and really just get to have a look at your account. And if you have any pending bills, the official pay bill numbers, like I said, 888 postpaid, 888 for buying tokens, and 888 for you that is paying for new connections. Hakikisha Njua for sure, *977 #.
Capital Traffic and Travel. Capital Night Out.
There's only one place that you need to focus on. That's on Sunday, Cavalli, the Manor, with the one and only DJ Schwarz blew the roof off the house yesterday. And you can have that experience if you go for the Sunday brunching starting from 2 p.m. with the one and only DJ Schwarz. You want great food? Check. You got an interest in drinking? Check. Do you want some great music, old school R&B, Amapiano? Check. You best believe it's all there. This is a vibe and a plan you do not want to miss. After the Safari Rally, of course.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, have a great Capital Night Out.
I know how to make you happy.
Here's a breakfast instant request. Get yours now. Call now on 22 444 64.
I never meant to call you when you sorrow. I never meant to call you when you pain. I'm the one who wants to have you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple All I wanna be some kind of friend.
For instance, the Revolution. Man, Purple Rain is a jam that will resonate through the echelons of... I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to sound deep. It's Purple Rain, man. It's a great jam. One of the best artists ever, I know. I can't stop myself sometimes. And while I can't stop, what I'm hoping is some of the drivers don't stop. Karen Patel, don't stop. Won't stop. Satania, Nikhil, do not stop. Keep going. Tinashe Gatimu, obviously Uganda, Oscar Ntambi, and Rwanda's Kalimpinya. Please, y'all can stop if you feel like it. Anything to get an edge. It is Capital in the Morning, Fellaris and myself, Chiko. We're with Njiru right here, and we're talking about all things the rally, and of course from the perspective of drivers and obviously the bank, where he serves as Consumer Excellence Director, Kenya Commercial Bank, Kenya. Now, here's an interesting one. Two things. One, from social media, what's the future of the rally? Is there any hope to come through? And while you're at it, how about we look at the future of the rally in terms of how it'll be made up? Because the president of the Republic of Kenya has said that he wants full privatization, 100%. The rally should belong to the corporates and the people. How will that look like? And coming from KCB, who've been for 6 years pumping in the cash, how realistic or heavy will that burden be for the corporates?
Whoa, I'm about to say play Purple Rain again. Looks like it's raining. What is happening outside? It's raining purple. I can always say that the future is in your hands, really. I mean...
like that.
In terms of making it happen, it's in the hands of everyone out there. Not one single entity, can determine that. For the rally coming back, it's all dependent on how do we also behave, how do we deliver that good experience. Remember, the Safari Rally is an experience. There is a promoter out there who looks at how the rally is run. It has to remain popular, it has to remain relevant, and that's why KCB has over and over supported the rallying cause, because it is one sport that unifies this country. It's one sport that cuts across race, tribe, creed, religion. Everyone comes together to just have common fun. So you'd not want to lose an event like Safari Rally. It will be very unfortunate if we do. So really, it's all hands on deck to make sure that we deliver a good and lasting event this coming week, this week actually, in Naivasha. And part of that will determine whether rally moves on or not. It's not in my hands. As KCB, we really want to make sure that it happens because it's synonymous to us. Yeah. And we've seen the real benefit with it, with our customers and with the people and communities in which we operate and work with. Of course, the more players that come in terms of partnership and private partnership, the better. And I stated that earlier in terms of what is the growing need in terms of the drivers, in terms of putting an event, a world-class event such as this. You need more hands on deck. And it cannot just be left to one party or one player to determine. Now, the shape and look of it and how that will be structured, again, it's in your hands. I have absolutely... I cannot dictate how it looks. But one thing you want, of course, is proper governance of the sport. Yeah, that's the one thing that as KCB we are very strong on. And that's what we always call upon. That, that it's good, it's well structured, and everybody does benefit. The organizations that put their money in, the drivers, the communities, and the people who come to watch. That's most critical for me.
I love that. And since we've had a lot about what KCB is doing to support the drivers, support the communities, let's talk about your customers. At the beginning of this, I kind of preempted on the ongoing campaign, which is Revision at KCB, running all through to to April 26th. We've been seeing prizes being won, 50,000 shillings, and of course a push for a saving culture, but also seeing KCB rallying behind, encouraging Kenyans to be homeowners. So what are we looking at on that front? How many people have won? Me, I know personally I have not won. If I had won, you'd have known.
I would have known.
Yeah. You'd have.
We would have known.
I'd be announcing it from the mountaintops. Since school fees being paid out, courtesy of KCB, and to you as a customer, if you've not taken part on this ongoing promotion, I don't know what you're waiting for.
Well, Fellaris, you know, for you to win, you have to first start somewhere.
Correct.
You have to open the goal account, and I think that's where you lost out. That you have not opened your goal account yet, and you're expecting to win. So that's where it starts off. Yeah?
So we start by opening a goal savings account.
Open your goal savings account. Put something in there. Start saving, and then you stand the chance now to win. And as you said, it's about pushing and driving that culture of saving across the people. I mean, that we connect with, and again, it's promoting a savings agenda. If you look. As Kenyans, we are consumer, I would say, market, driven by just consumption.
Yeah.
Very few of us save. And if we can start that early, and that's what this promotion is about, open your goal account, determine what am I saving for. And out of that, you can save for a home. You can do it for your education. You can do it for your investment.
Yeah.
And while you're saving, KCB is saying, look, you have a chance to win something in this. So there is the money that we'll put in an MMF account for you, and that has been ongoing on a monthly and weekly basis.
Yeah.
And then you stand to win a home also, courtesy of Unity Homes. We are giving out a home out at Tatu City, a 1-bedroom. So again, part of pushing the housing agenda, you can get that.
Yeah.
And of course, the excitement of the promotion, and then at the rally also we'll put up hospitality tents, and we'll put up the KCB den, where we can connect with our customers and potential customers qua ground. So we'll be out in Kedong, we'll be out in Soy Sambu, and then we'll also be down at Hell's Gate, where it's a family thing. It's not just an adult thing. Say, bring your children also, so that they can learn about, banking, they can learn about finances at a very early stage. And our team of consultants will also be on ground to support each and every one of our customer and potential customers. So come, it's exciting times, and there'll be the grand draw, where there'll be quite some huge amounts of money in your MMF, about 500K that we'll be giving out. We'll have the apartment that we're giving out, and of course other tokens that we're giving through, prizes that we're giving through the entire period of the promotion.
Absolutely. Saturday Music and Sports will be live from the KCB Den, Elementaita on Saturday, and of course Hell's Gate on Sunday. And you don't want to miss out, and it's free for KCB customers.
Oh, is it?
Open an account today so you can have an experience like no other. And if you haven't been to the Den, then you really haven't been to the rally.
That's why they say KCB is
kid
for
you not.
people.
For better.
For better.
I love
and
that.
it gets better with that experience. Do not miss out on that. Man, it's an absolute honor to have you. Micheu Njiru, who is KCB, of course, and Mr. Rally himself. And what are you going down? When's family going down? I should ask that.
Well, for
It's a
me,
family event. We are going down as family.
everyone goes down as soon as you can. I told you the crews are already there
Yeah.
doing the checks.
Yep.
There is something called the shakedown that's going to happen on Thursday morning. After shakedown, they go for the official start of the rally. And when the rally starts, there's actually a section being run the same afternoon. There's actually the first section being run on Thursday. So the earlier you get there, the better, so that you can beat traffic. I mean, everyone needs to keep safe.
Yeah.
You need to be there on time, no racing. Remember, highways are not designed for motorsporting. Just keep very safe. Don't drink, don't drive. I think that is overdone, oversaid. Drink yogurt, drink milk, drink water, come fresh, and just enjoy the hospitality that KCB is going to extend to each and every one of you out there.
You got a revision with KCB for people for better. Speaking of drinking, how about you drink your coffee? Big shout out to Nova. Just recently we were here, I was complaining about how Capital hasn't given us a coffee mug with,
Someone was
Capital in the
listening.
morning, and Nova just check in. So look out, by the way, because this is the month of leadership. We're talking about leadership and governance.
Yes.
And the future leaders are the ones who are in school. So Fellaris and I will be looking to host some of those kids who are going to delve into the world of
Cannot
media from both campuses, one each, and they'll be here. They'll be co-presenters with us. That will be something to look forward to. And maybe we can work on something in some of those students and experiences that they can get from KCB, because when it comes to leaders in the banking world, lazima urevishe with a team that knows how to roll 100%.
And we tap a lot into the students too, because a lot of the universities, we've partnered with them. They bring their students for internships, and they work, they learn, and a lot of them end up with us. So it's great to hear that, and it's great to be called
Absolutely. We all have to do something for the future of this country instead of just complaining. Meanwhile, enjoy yourselves. And Moura has probably lost her patience with me. First, the news with the one and only ever-smiling Unia Munga. If you were watching, you saw her come into the image and impatiently try and tell us, time's up. Time's up. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.